come here for a second?
My name is Serg. I'm just the guy that wants to come and talk to you.
002, sink, 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 cool. Study, is that okay? It's not much of an entertaining intro. Okay, here we are at Faux 7 at Howard's Herald's Club Henry in Bowling Green, Ohio. And we just want to see what's going on. It's the same thing every time.
We're just here at Herbert's Club in Ohio, and we just want to see what's going on.
What has been going on?
Well, we're just here at Herman's Club H in Ohio. This poor person. Hey, whoever did the original tweet, the joke's not on you here. We're just running with it. So it's going really well. There are a lot of people here for Scoocher.
Nice.
I think it was really great.
Thanks.
You're so goddamn early. You all are insane people. That guy made all the cards. If he spelled your name wrong, it's his fucking fault. Make sure you heard it. Thank you so much for coming us and listening to us. We are Scoocher. That guy did all the cards, and he's trying to put the blame on me. That's Trey. He's talking about right now. This is a photo and video wizard, one of them of the Summit Shack crew. That's Mike. He's one of the sound wizards of the Shack crew. My name is Sergey. I'm just the guy that wants to come and talk to you. So I gotta get them up on their off instruments to have a chance to like be at their level. You know what I mean?
Hello! What's up?
I'm Faux in my.
Are you feeling FOMO from your
Honestly, I'm feeling FOMO in my toes.
Why?
Because I'm not wearing any socks.
Oh. Look at those.
I prefer to play drums barefoot because I get more grip on my pedals rather than wearing shoes.
That sounds dangerous.
A little bit, but I live life dangerously. Sometimes I don't wear a seatbelt. That's not true. I always wear a seatbelt.
You should always wear a seatbelt when you drum.
Always wear a seatbelt when you drum. Come on. Can I curse? Yeah. Fuck.
Just not in that one episode.
Cut out all the cussing, please.
Yeah.
Can you put like air horns over the curse words, please?
No, this one is after hours. So it's all good.
Thank God.
How long you been coming out to Faux?
I've been at events since 2020.
Talk to me about where you were then versus now.
I came out as a trans woman since then, and I feel nothing but love and support from my DIY emo community.
Yay!
And it has been wonderful to have friends such as yourselves.
Sometimes we do forget that we are just in a bar. Doesn't feel like that right now.
No, it feels like heaven.
It's the most non-magical, magical place you've been before.
Dinosaur World in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Tell me about it.
There are dinosaurs, and it's a whole world of them. And it's in another place called Bowling Green.
And it's magical, but it's not.
It's magical, but it's not.
How do you feel about how you were as a person when you your first Faux versus now? Like, what's different? What's the same? What are you proud of? What are you not?
Not proud of all of the people's names I've forgotten over the years. Very proud of how many people have like met each other at these sorts of things, like watching, like being at a Summer Brew show at the Summit Shack and like overhearing two people like meeting each other, and then they're hanging out at the next show and like watching that, like not that like it's us, but like being a part of the thing that is doing that is something. Yeah.
Talk to me about navigating splits with your friends.
They're really hard to come together. They usually only happen when like the stars align and a bunch of friends like have the perfect number of songs.
fucking know, dude. I knew the group when Faux 1 happened, but I was out of town that weekend. So I'm officially becoming since Faux 2. I like the switch from Roman numerals to normal numbers, whatever.
Numeric?
Numeric.
That's gonna turn it from funny to threatening. we had to make some air, but still leave room for it to be signed.
Nice.
And
How's the back look?
If I had a tramp stamp, it would look great.
I'll throw in.
It's updated.
I thought you were so tattooed.
No.
That's what's up, baby.
Oh, 7. The 7
Sins that you're gonna commit by the end of the evening will be remembered by all.
All right, the first sacrament of Faux is you gotta get a dog from Jacob Gibson. The sacraments, you take the communion of the holy dog.
No, the Faux communion is a hot dog and a PBR.
Yes. The body is hotter.
The body of Connor. We lift up our hearts, we lift them up
Bloody
to
Mary. It's just a PBR with a hot dog in it?
Yeah. You hollowed it out
Yeah,
for sure.
Lighthearted and Jacob Gibson, they're the fucking goats.
Okay, now look. I know you guys probably don't know our songs, but
Hello,
Yo,
banana.
Banana.
Were you the one that changed the bathroom sign over there to E? And that's all it says?
Hello.
What is the deal with that? Is that like EA Sports joke, or why? What's the deal with E?
E is the best. E is the Lord. E is the water I drink and the food I eat, the blood that runs through my veins. I love E.
Heard.
I don't know, it's my favorite letter.
Okay. Why's that though?
It sounds funny. Like, just say E.
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 But what about like any of those other ones like D?
I like H.
What's the worst one?
I've never been a big fan of Q. I'd rather just say O. But I never find myself in a moment being like Q. Like, I find myself saying O. So I'd rather just say O, lose the tail. I mean, I don't mind Tails. Tails is a great Sonic character. If you like walking around with the tail, that's awesome. But Q, you gotta lose it. I like O better. But E is king.
Why is it that they have in English it's U and W, but W looks like double V?
Because. Now, excuse me, I have to take a phone call.
Oh, do you think you could eat a Chicago dog? Does the money talk to you?
The money's speaking, it's yelling. Let me talk to the money real quick.
Do you think you could eat a whole Chicago dog in one bite?
I could eat it in 6.
In 6?
Yes.
Okay. That's respectable.
Have you guys talked to the evil DIY emo moderator?
If there's at least... Oh, wait, is that car right there? As an evil DIY moderator, what's like... Whoa, sorry. What do you all argue the most between the regular and the evil version?
I'm not even a moderator. This is just pure slander. I'm doing it just to slander the DIY emo Discord brand.
Oh, like a plant.
Yeah, I'm like a plant. I work for the industry, actually.
I'm the real DIY emo moderator. I'm not actually a DIY emo moderator. I am just this title to spread slander to the DIY emo Discord, now known as the DIY Discord. In a way, I am also the evil DIY moderator, but I do not call myself that because I think
Hey, is there any evil or otherwise message you want to get out real quick?
Just like destroy as many police cars as possible. I know that's not necessarily evil, but it is chaotic. So like any cop car you see and there's no one there, like if you have a chance, if you think you can get away with it, just destroy that shit. Break the windows at least.
I say steal them. I say steal them and then donate them.
And they got those computers in there. They got those funny blocky computers in there.
They don't have Angry Birds though. Good talking to you.
Absolutely.
Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your fest.
Shout out Scoocher. Shout out Scoocher. Opened up the fucking festival.
Is this the first tuning break for Faux 7? No? Okay. I will let you guys know that every time the emo band tunes, an angel loses its wings.
We are here in Coachella. We have drove 10 hours apiece.
Whoa!
Yes, all the way from the south, and we're in the north, as they would say.
Damn near.
We were here last night, and Ellie and the whole staff was super sick. The motorcycle riders are dangerous. They don't wear helmets. It's kind of stressing me out because we have to wear them back home. It's a law.
Same.
I think here it's like you just need to wear sunglasses, which seem kind of backwards to me. So it's the logic, as I'm told, is that the sunglasses are to prevent bugs from getting into your eyes, so you wipe out. So they're like, if you,
If you ever just have a bunch of wind in your eyes,
Oh, you
you're gonna
can't see?
tear up and you're not able to see.
So their thought was you can hurt yourself, but you can't hurt other people, which is weird.
It is very odd. I would not get on a motorcycle without a helmet and probably leather. North Carolina's a little bit more of a hardcore scene. There's a lot of hardcore bands in Charlotte and the Asheville area. Emo's kind of on the outs, but what we do have for emo is really good.
Yeah, in Virginia, I'm like an hour and a half outside of Richmond, which is like the biggest probably music scene there. There's a bit of a local hardcore scene going on there, and there's a lot of like fucking like jazz bands and shit like that. Yeah, so weird scene. I travel for shows a lot, like a lot.
What's up with those areas having like a bigger hardcore scene and like a jazz / hardcore scene in Virginia? Like, why do y'all think that is? Is it something about the culture there, the climate?
I'm not really sure. Richmond is very much a college town, like a liberal arts school, VCU, and so it's a lot of people, like a lot of young people that are doing cool shit and stuff, and it's like every genre is getting covered except for like the emo scene, which is so interesting to me.
It's kind of the same for North Carolina, where in Asheville and Charlotte, there's a lot of hardcore bands that do a lot of shows and are really cooperative with each other. And then you have the few emo bands that go out of town to tour and promote themselves, and that's really kind of the distinction there.
We don't have a lot of like spaces for these like scenes to thrive.
Right.
Like we don't have a lot of small venues. Like places like this just aren't really a thing out there. Our small venues are like 500 cap venues.
Oh, okay.
So,
And the vibe you get from, sub 1,000 people is much different than you get in a big venue.
Oh, yeah.
And it really pays off, and I think that it kind of shows itself, and you see a lot of who the bands really are when they play for these small venues.
People used to come to like Charlotte, which is only like an hour from us, like way closer, and now we have to go to Raleigh, which is like a 4-hour drive if we want to see anybody.
Nobody does want to play Charlotte. It kind of
no
sucks,
one
but
wants
it
to
is
play
what
Charlotte
it is.
anymore.
Listen to the new Kerosene Heights EP. That shit is gas.
fire. Book of Red Sun.
Whoa, shit.
I see a lot of people I know out here. That's very fucking cool. And a lot of people I don't know. Who's seen Modi before? Cool. By that logic, there's about 4/5 of the room that has never seen us. Until now.
I love that there's new people coming in and finding the scene, and they're being welcomed, because that's what we're all about, is welcoming everybody and whatever you want, wherever you want to be. And so I'm glad that we've reached more people with that message and they can come in, but you miss the people you used to get blackout drunk with. And they're not here to yell at the new people, like, who do you fucking know here? Like, you can find your family. Like, we went to somebody else's house and sat down for a little bit, and that's what I missed about the Shack. I would be able to sit on the couch while people are playing, but like, you can still find that in town. You just have to go out and find it. It's nostalgia. There was one bathroom. Like, there's always a line. Like, there are cons to that, and then the nostalgia removes that.
Right. Oh,
and I'm just like, I miss being on the couch, and like, but I get that here. I sit next to people at the bar. Like, I still get that on the. There's still a porch. Not quite the porch I like, but it's still a porch.
Yeah, and a shorter bathroom line.
A very short, especially for the women's. Yeah, it's very short. Have a fun summer. Riot.
Faux law.
reflection of my youth and future. All of this bouncing off the wall.
How's it been going for you so far?
Oh, it's so good. I wish I could have been here earlier. I wish I could have come in at like fucking 1, but fucking Greyhound.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. How was the journey?
Oh, it was like 13 hours. Yeah, thankfully I got the fucking direct here, right? But they also delayed by 3 hours. So it's like, yeah.
So what's that like? Are you a frequent rider on the Greyhound, or?
Oh, yeah, that's mostly how I get out of state, yeah. Hey, but it is what it is. I wish we could have trains.
Yeah.
Passing by street lights and stop signs. Back to reality. We faded back to our routines. You forgot me.
Thank you.
This next song is about TV. But it won't go away. It'll take back, yeah. I don't know what to do. I don't know who I am. Kids, I went to high school with all that fun. Built a house in but I'm still here. Watching others share. I'll never catch up. I'll never grow up.
I think it's just yuppie culture a bit.
Okay.
That's kind of what DC is devolving into.
Got you.
It's a reoccurring theme on the East Coast where the grind set is like live or die. I know people who live in like cubes that are like this, and they fucking have one light bulb above it. They just sleep, do their construction job, and fucking save their money. Steve Albini said, in your 20s, you're invincible. Don't fucking grind or worry about that shit. Focus on being here, being part of community. Enjoy your fucking 20s. Sheem.
Yo. Ooh. The mewing going on here. You wanted to talk to us about some stuff? What do you want to talk about?
A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay, talk to me about it.
Alrighty. Freddy vs. Jason was like 10 years in the making.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a Freddy claw comes up and drags a Jason mask into hell. And people were like, we need this movie. Everyone's excited. It did like a bunch of publicity for it, but it doesn't age well. In honor of Pride Month, they use a slur, a homophobic slur.
Oh.
Yeah, not fun, not fun. And to this day, they don't know who wrote that line in.
If you had the opportunity, how could we bring another Freddy versus Jason into the modern age? Like, how could we touch it up, you know, remove some of the more problematic stuff, make it a little bit more enticing? What do you think?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it should be remade. You don't need it. You're not really missing any lore, but if you enjoy either of those franchises, just knowing that unfortunately it was of the time, avoid it if you don't want to deal with it.
If there was another someone versus someone, what's your dream?
I would love to see Chucky go up against someone. People have said Annabelle. So how could you not root for the kid?
What's going on, Hotel? How y'all doing? We're a band called Banter. We're from Chicago, Illinois. We're so stoked to be here. This is our first time. Thank you to everybody who's put this on. This is so beautiful. There's so many moments here, so many new faces. Yeah. Who here has seen us before? Who hasn't seen us before? Fuck yeah, let's go.
Hey, I'm here with.
Flyover states.
Hell yeah.
And
Hell yeah.
Kind of.
Hell yeah.
We're just behind the keyboardist and a different drummer, but they have a baby together now, so
Gotcha.
they're at home doing baby stuff.
Some people think that takes precedent, but I mean.
I'm committed to rock and roll.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't found a wife yet or anything. It's just because I love rock and roll too much.
Oh no, for sure.
That's why he has so many illegitimate children.
He just leaves them.
Because he loves rock and roll
He's like
so
the
much.
gang. All right, now I'll get back on track.
No, but for real, talk to me about like the dynamic between the two bands.
Flyover States makes people hurt each other a lot more, which is pretty cool. Hey, I Love You makes people kiss each other.
Weird things that have happened to y'all while you've been driving around.
I got punched in the face.
Oh my!
When people aren't moving, I'm like, hey, punch each other, but only if you're asking for it. Punch me if you have to. And this girl was like, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Yeah.
She like reeled back.
Oh, yeah.
I got decked.
Yeah, until her fist like made contact with his face, I was like, for sure she's gonna like retract and be like, ha, just kidding, dude.
And then she immediately was like,
bet.
she immediately was like, "Are you okay? Was that fine?" The girl was like, "Yeah."
I was like, yeah, that was cool, dude. Oh.
How would she have felt if she punched you? You're just like,
I like got knocked out.
What are some cool companion pieces for y'all's music? What kind of other shit should y'all be checking out?
If you're a Flyover States fan, you should be very up to date on Sopranos. You should have read H.G. Wells, and you should probably know a bunch about like scuba diving accidents, because that's literally like what half of our songs are about. There's a channel that I've seen every video on, and they're literally to the point where they're like, I've covered every one I can, so if you guys know, please send them in. And so I've watched hours and hours of people getting trapped and dying in underwater caves, and that's like what half of our songs are about.
Whoa! If you're a Hey I Love You fan, you should watch MILF Manor. Should be caught up on all that.
Coming out.
yeah. You should play Earthbound. You should play Flash game, like Newgrounds Flash games, but not the bad ones, only the good ones.
Yeah.
You should fucking never read a book in your life. Never touch a book. I'm serious. If you're a Hey I Love You fan, never read a book. Books are a myth.
If y'all want to do that.
Fuck yeah. Are you cool with that? Fuck yeah.
It's DIY, dude. Come on.
Should we switch?
It just got crazy.
You want us to switch?
Perfect. Yeah, if y'all can walk through, it's fine.
I recently modded an SD card into my Sega Saturn console and have been playing a lot of Sega Saturn.
Fuck with Bug?
Bug? I don't know.
Oh.
A Bug's Life?
No, it's like BUG exclamation point.
That's like what you say when you like see a bug.
Great Saturn game. Check it out.
Bug?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Now that you mention it, I can picture the cover.
And then there's Bug 2.
Is this real?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, I made that up.
Mr. Bones? You ain't played Mr. Bones?
Is that real too?
Yes.
None of these games are good according to YouTubers I've watched.
What's up with you though?
I mean, I just finished recording an EP, but that's not really important. I've been playing a lot of Stardew Valley. Nice. I've never played it before because I already played Minecraft, and I was like, why do I need to play Stardew Valley? But
Eating that apple and being like, oh, why do I need orange?
yeah, no, exactly. That's what I found out. Hey, get out of my interview.
I don't know who that was.
Yeah, who the fuck is this person?
Can I ask you a question live on the air? Would you rather consume Sunoco affogato or 7 Lebanese food?
So the Sunoco affogato is with gas?
No.
Oh, it's just avocado from
Sunoco.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's ice cream and espresso?
Espresso,
Yes.
Or 7-Eleven.
7 Lebanese food.
And what am I being served for that?
Lebanese food.
But like, specifically like
Like a buffet.
Like a platter?
Yeah.
Or just a cup?
No. Well,
Like a 32 ounce.
like a slushie?
It's like
No, it's normal.
when you go to Italy and they like are marketing to tourists and they give you a cone of pizza. It's like that, but from 7-Eleven, and it's Lebanese food.
I would fuck up a pizza cone.
So I would rather freak it personally. That's just me.
And this is who you have on your programming. Anyway, we gotta go take a photo.
Chilling with Cataracts here. What have y'all been up to? What's going on?
Getting this fucking record done. That's what we've been up to. I recorded all of my guitar parts myself at my house 2 hours away from where everybody else recorded.
And I went over to Hunter's house, had a Diet Coke, and slammed every bass line out in 3 hours.
Yeah, like 8 songs.
We all separately did our stuff in the studio, like months apart. It's been a minute. We wanted to take our time with this record, but we talked about the record a lot, just getting into the Fortnite lobby, and like we play Fortnite a lot.
Like playing it in the lobby?
Oh yeah, no.
Got you.
Get the best experience listening to your mixes through like Turtle Beaches.
If your sound guy doesn't recommend the Turtle Beach X32s, fire him!
You're about a car mix test, so you need a Fortnite lobby mix. Y'all trying to get some PS5s? Did you get PS5s?
I got the PS5.
No.
Did it.
I watch a lot of comic book read-through videos.
I get some Popeyes, like a chicken sandwich or something, or I'll go to Cane's, get a Caniac.
Nice.
And I just fuck that shit up, and whatever is first in the YouTube recommended gets watched.
Oh, okay, nice.
The food is more important than what's happening.
Nice. You want to sign the shitty? Wherever you want. Wherever.
This is my channel. If you guys can subscribe, I'm a model, YouTuber, fitness, wellness, all that stuff. I make music about working in a factory and other stuff too. I make music about Cody. He's a forklift driver at the job. This is my first newspaper actually. My channel is called The Dark Viper Chat Room, and you can find me if you look up The Dark Viper Chat Room.
Cody's
coming. My music. Also, Cody's coming. My favorite one is that G with the fishes. I love the fishes, and I love how that cuts in the front and how you got the black around the rim.
Thank you.
you. Really
Thank you.
deep.
My partner made this.
Dude, that's actually really cool. They're really cool for that.
Oh, thank you.
And if you guys haven't said, you guys have your phones, you guys can pull out and tell me subscribe. I'm almost to 500. I'm on the road to 500 right now, literally 500 subscribers.
Yeah.
Sure. I appreciate that so much.
Sir, you just take it back.
Bro, is your shirt getting signed?
Yeah.
Sign it. What's up?
Hell yeah.
Can I sign it?
Yeah, for sure. Whichever marker you like. Yeah. Anywhere there's fabric. Yeah.
What up?
It's like the third time Jacob's done that.
Recording bands and
Yeah.
having a good time. I'm contracted by Reverend.
Cool.
The world's greatest guitar company.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Other than that, just recording like I've always been doing.
So, like, what goes into that with setting up those sessions?
A lot of them hit up one of the guys at Reverend. It's people typically who play and maybe have a little more of a footprint. So maybe not like a new band, but a band that's like maybe kind of up and coming. Like some bands are like Rick Vito, who's like the guitar player for Fleetwood Mac.
Right.
And some bands are Equipment, who are busting their ass through the DIY scene. So just a bunch, kind of both sides of the spectrum.
How do you feel about Buc-ee's?
I fucking love Buc-ee's. They just have everything you'd ever need.
Yeah, it's a big ass store.
More bathroom stalls than you'd ever need. They're super clean, super private. They got someone in there cleaning the whole time. Brisket.
Buc-ee's!
You gotta go.
Oh, like an actual cool ass. Hell yeah.
I gotta check with that. Just a general question. What do these numbers up here mean?
Decibels.
Oh. That's
Oh, wait, that's decibels? All right, on three, everybody scream. Let's see how loud we can get this. 1, 2, 3. 115. On these next two songs, let's see if we can beat 115. That means I need to fucking hear you. The shit's called Six Inside. Start this. Polaroid pictures on your sheets, carrying faces, the same room. Going off with a second on the tree. All I want is to be fair. All my friends are paying off their loans. I don't even watch the streets rise. Walk on the road, make me alone. Still wanna come over it now. The bullshit that I'm about. What a way now. Talking about what we have. Talking about. And all my friends are paying off their lives. I still call it out. Six inside. Six inside. And everyone's just fine. And everyone's just fine. Getting close, get louder.
Yeah, it's okay.
Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month.
Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it. Thanks, yeah. Thanks, yeah. It's EY, y'all. It's GEY, man. Feel like I'm in middle school all over again. What have y'all been up to?
Been hanging out. My band No Problemo played today. That was really fun.
Big sleigh.
It was a great time. Huge.
Massive.
Yeah. If you could kill one member, one band member, and that's playing tonight, who would you do and why?
Band?
From any band tonight, playing tonight. You have to kill them quickly.
I'd kill Kate so that they come back as a shreddinant, like a revenant.
Oh my god, like a fucking tarnished, like in Elden Ring.
Yeah, like you're even better when you come back because now you got death vengeance and now you're coming to kill me.
I would love to die by the hands of Serg.
Quickly, apparently.
Sergey. Quickly, very quickly. I don't want to feel it.
No, I don't want to inflict any pain on you.
I want you to put me out of my misery as fast as possible,
Yeah,
where I
would-
don't feel it or
yeah.
think at all.
I would also want to kill you as fast as
Thank
possible.
you,
so
thank
I
you.
don't have to worry about it.
You would want to kill me though.
I don't want to hurt
really
you.
badly.
No.
You want to hurt me a little bit. Okay. Anyway.
Thanks.
You crazy cats.
Oh, you're asking me?
Wait, dogs with human hands.
Dogs with human hands, cats with human faces.
Yeah, could you imagine like a dog crossing its hands, like laying down? That would be pretty fucking awesome.
Seeing a dog with hands like outside in the cornfields though, that's
still just like dog.
They could throw the ball themselves, though.
Oh, fuck no.
My name's JJ. I'm, I guess, helping out with production for the festival this weekend. I'm from Wisconsin, and I'm here.
Nice. So tell me about your involvement in the Wisconsin scene. So I've heard about Burn Bright, but tell me about some of your other involvement as well.
So I've been doing a house venue for like 8 years called JJ's Bar and Grill. I'm also the talent buyer at X-Ray Arcade, which is a 300 cap club just outside of the city. And I do shows in a bunch of other different rooms. But yeah, mainly just been booking. I've been booking full time for like 2 years.
Cool.
And that's what I do. So.
Nice.
I mean, the bulk of my job is emailing, honestly. Like, I work from home, and from 9 to 5, I'm just chilling on my computer, like, answering emails, fucking doing everything from, like, setting up a show to advancing a show to booking locals on a show, like, shit like that. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
I bet.
Yeah, like, just to get to the point where the show happens, you know, there's so much back and forth that has to happen. So it definitely takes a special kind of person to keep track of it all. I would have tried to educate myself on how to book shows professionally way sooner than I did, probably. Because like starting to work at X-Ray and like learning how to do things professionally versus DIY, it's like an entirely different world. Like, I'm really happy that I have the context of booking DIY shows going into doing it professionally. Because I feel like you have more of like a level of empathy for the bands that you wouldn't have if you just started doing it professionally. You know, because like this whole thing is centered around making sure smaller bands are taken care of and trying to like hook them up in the best way possible. And I feel like if you're starting working from like more of like a corporate perspective, that is can be lost on you a little bit.
The focus definitely shifts.
Yeah, but like now, knowing what I know now, though, I feel like I do a better job booking DIY shows and like club shows.
Yeah.
Combat yesterday, that band fucking rocked. I had no idea who they were before that set, and it completely blew me away. So shout out them, shout out Connor and Ellie. They do a very good job, and I'm honored that they asked me to be here to help them.
Dope. Thank you. Hey y'all, what's up?
Hello.
It's fucking Faux. It's so hype. I'm trying to recover from yesterday, honestly.
Pretty brutal, but it was a lot of fun. Like Faux always is, no matter what it is. So.
I'm hungover, but in a good way, you know. Hungover from the vibes. Equipment playing Magic was crazy. I almost cried. That was quick.
Doing great. One of my favorite sets yesterday was Exciting Excellent. They were so fucking good. I was blown away.
I flew here, so I don't have a lot of I'm doing worse than I ever have. I feel so unsafe right now and it's stupid. I'm in the crowd at your show trying not to cry now. Make a smile and I stick out like
favorite set was Combat.
Nice.
They shotgun Red Bulls before they ran on stage, and like, it was in the back behind, like, you know, in the alley. Nobody saw it. They just did that just because they wanted to, and it was so cool.
Oh, wow. So not even for the performance, just the pure spirit of it.
Threw that shit on the ground, ran out there and said, "Fuck school! Fuck homework!" And then just started ripped this crazy set for 30 minutes.
Now, is that the first time you've heard them?
Yeah, they're from Baltimore, and I was immediately, I said, "Who the hell are these guys? And why haven't I heard of them already?"
I saw a riot course yesterday. I was standing outside and I heard the music and I went and I was like, what is this? And then I was like, this shit's so good.
Yeah.
It was really good. I love them. I've never heard them before.
Yeah.
I saw St. Judas the day before at the Goblin Zone, but it was still really cool to see them at Foot and stuff like that. Like music that's right up my alley, and it was really nice to see them all the way from Arizona too.
Yeah. I think Exciting Excellent might have been mine.
Well, probably Full Blown Meltdown. That was crazy.
What is the thing that jumps out to you? Like when you go to a show and you see a new band, like what's the thing that jumps out to you that hooks you? What are you looking for when you're like, that's a fucking good band?
Energy is very important, I feel. And and just when the musicians are having a good time, the audience also has a good time. So it's like it's contagious. So like when a band is just just doing what they love, it's easy to like them.
Usually like to make a band to catch my attention or really last is they don't even have to look professional. They got to look like they're having fun. If you look like you're having fun, or you shrug off mistakes, or you just look like you're having a good time, people will just like your band more. If you take everything in stride, do something at least a little different, something fucking genuine.
I think we all probably share the same sentiment of it's pure vibes. You really gotta bring the energy.
Nice. You made everyone yield their time.
It's exploded. Cut it. Cut that. Cut. Shack. So much shack. So much shack.
They're going drink,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Summit Shack is on your side.
The Summit Shack that smiles back.
Summit Shack. Summit Shack. Fuck yeah.
I stole the hot rod amp. No, I didn't. I did it. Nah.
I love DIY. I love this scene. I don't want to ever leave. I want to watch it grow and watch it develop over the years, and I want to watch it keep changing because it will continue to change.
Fuck Red Sun.
Go to Circle K, get a tornado, and you'll have the best time of your entire life.
Hey, Big Rob. So talk to me about how'd you find out about this? How'd you get into the scene?
I mean, really, it's a continuation of scenes I've been following for years and years. And through COVID and the pandemic and stuff, I was like, man, I hope these scenes survive.
Between the different scenes that you've been in, how are they different? How are they the same?
I think my biggest thing is that the current scene seems way more respectful. Going to house shows, when I was the age of most of the people here, it was sort of during the Jackass era, and people were flooding toilets and jumping off roofs and doing stupid stuff, not to mention how they treated other people. It was very bro scene back then, and it's much more inclusive now. I guess the one thing I want to say is Harrison Gordon is next level right now. I got to see him 2 weeks ago. He came through Cincinnati, and every show is just energy and has the crowd into it.
Oh my God, it's Fuck With Me Friday. Y'all fuck with me? It's Fuck With Trash Friday. You fuck with trash? You fuck with the countless other amazing bands?
I've been around for a while. I've been lurking with foreigners. I used to shop here all the time. It was really nice. I miss living so close to a nice local bar. Music's always good here too.
Fit check, dude. Fucking give me the Crocs. Yes, yes, yes. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We fucking dig it. Danny, fit check. Anakin Skywalker, everybody. Fuck yeah.
I can't help you. Sorry.
Is it time?
Oh, it's in honor of Pride.
Oh,
we love it.
Go gay people.
We love it. I'm in the way.
Who am I here with? Juice Balls. Juice Balls.
This is our first Faux.
Working the last couple of months, we helped our bassist kind of finish his studio. He couldn't be here today, unfortunately. He's alive, he's just not here.
Really excited to be here, absolutely.
Shout out Failure Records, like from Indiana. They helped us out a lot with different shows, and they helped get us some CDs made. There's really good people. And also shout out this artist named Cole Class. She's helped us out with a lot of her artwork.
If you like 90s alternative and chorus pedals and sad songs that become happy songs, I think that is our general vibe, is like life sucks and then it gets better, you know? And then there's a chorus pedal or two on there.
You should be your favorite band. Like, you should write your favorite songs. I remember someone gave me that advice, like, don't try to be someone else's, try to be your own. The more you have fun, the better you become.
There's different schools of thought on like whether or not you should do stuff in the studio that you can or can't recreate on stage, you know? So I think that having an awareness of that and making those smart decisions on like what you can actually do live compared to what's available in the studio, and like trying to mash those two.
For me, it's just having fun. Times be tough, they're getting tougher, so just be sure to enjoy life, you know? Oh! There goes my brain. So hey, what's up? This is Aloe on the street. I'm with Matt.
I'm on the street with Aloe. It's day 2 of Faux. I don't know how much you got so far, what's going on with the narrative. Morale is high, energy is low. You know, somewhere Connor will reach Acula flow.
Yeah, it's good to be back at Howard's, and it's good to feel, I don't know, kind of more normal now.
Faux is funny because it's like, it's gotten to the point, I think, for a lot of us that have helped or worked it or whatever. It's more of just a homie fest of all the people that you meet on tour or hang out with or are now in 6 other bands. And it's more just about hanging out with people and seeing everybody now than it is music a lot of the time. You know the music's great too.
Do you got anything going on?
No, I'm just existing, hoping for the best.
If you were a ghost and you had to haunt an inanimate object, what would you haunt?
like a bar would be a cool place to haunt if you're gonna like be like, oh, there's people inside me hanging out doing stuff. And you could fuck with them if you want. If they're shitty, you could spook them out. And then if a band was really rocking, I'd like do a cool light show. So I guess a venue, that'd be very fun.
Hell yeah.
To venue.
That's sweet. That's sweet.
I was hanging out with Mike Nogman yesterday from Summer Bruce, and we ran into a dude who was biking and just had like a stop sign with him, and like, because sometimes people are kind of shitty and drive like assholes around here and honk and stuff. That's just a dude doing good out in the world, you know?
Absolutely. What's your favorite color?
Maroon.
That's cool. I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Why are you doing the interview? What happened? What happened to Serg?
I don't know.
Gone?
If I find him, I'll let you know.
Okay, yeah, let me know what his deal is, because I haven't seen him at all yesterday either.
Okay.
Convinced he hasn't been at Faux.
2, 3, 4. That's the sound for the door. Hey, so what's up, guys? It's Aloe. I am the haunted succulent, as you might know. If you were a ghost like myself, and you were haunting an inanimate object like myself, I haunt the aloe plant, as you know. What object would you haunt?
I would haunt an instrument. Would be cool. I could give you like haunt an accordion, just like woo. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I would haunt all the guitars and stop all future tuning breaks. Because as a drummer, there's no need for tuning breaks. Just play the songs.
True. Tuning is for the weak.
No tuning here. We have never tuned an instrument. None of us.
Play out of tune, or else you don't care about real music.
No, yeah, I think we all agree here. The two things that make a good band: high energy and not tuning.
Never.
Yes, accurate.
Yeah.
I noticed one of us has.
Oh my gosh! It's not gonna be me.
I'll take off my shirt.
All right, thank you.
Well, then I'll change, and then that way it's the three of us.
And that's like
that way y'all don't
yeah,
feel
yeah,
left
yeah.
out.
Okay, I'll save the flesh for later.
What about these bands makes them so fun to watch?
I feel like it's the ability to just put out this much energy in such small locations. I watch shows with bands in 10, 20 people rooms and stuff, and just seeing some of these bands going just as crazy with 10, 20 people, 500 people, they can still capture the crowd with really wherever they are. It's the energy of the music.
I think to add to that, it's like just genuine love for the scene. No one's here for money. They're here to hang out, play cool music, and just have a good time. And that's what the DIY scene's about. It's the community, it's the music, and the vibes. 2, 3, 4, I declare a thumb war.
5, 6, 7, 8. That's a nice camera. I'm Ben, also known as Bean Wizard. I don't know, I'm many things.
How is it being a wizard?
You know, it's not all it's cracked up to be. You spend a lot of time in towers studying books. You got adventurers hammering on your door all the time being like, hey, can you help us acquire this artifact from this dungeon so that we can sell it for money or something like that. I have a whole tower, you know. Name a fighter that has a tower.
I can't. How does it feel being at the 7th?
it makes me feel kind of old, but not in like a bad way. I think I missed Faux 3. Aside from that, I've been to all of them. Happy to see it's just as bustling as ever, if not more so. Happy to be standing in front of Howard's again. I've been so busy with work and everything. I just got a new house with my girlfriend, and we've been doing these hardwood floors and all this other crap. I just signed up on the volunteer sheet and was like, I'm gonna make it to my volunteer shift. I'm gonna listen to the bands while I'm there, and it's gonna be awesome. Shout out getting older to a degree. If I was younger and doing what I'm doing right now, I would be falling apart right now. Whereas now I'm holding it together. It's still stressful, but it's easier to manage myself now. Shout out to Warhammer 40K Eldar. So sorry, everyone, I started playing Warhammer 40K.
If you were a ghost, what inanimate object would you haunt?
It's either my vehicle, because I drive all over the place for work, my computer because I sit at it and play games all the time, or like a D20 or something. I play a lot of D&D, tabletop games.
No matter what it is, something sparkly that rolls. The car, the D20, I guess the computer if you try.
You can roll, yeah. If you find a big hill, yeah, you can. That thing will go. Drive safe, party hard.
Hey, we are Aloe in the alley today, and we have a special guest here. What's your name?
John, Super Destroyer on Twitter, you probably have seen me, or Lonely Ghost Records. I've been excited to see a lot of the bands on our label because they're from farther out west, and I never wasn't sure, honestly, that I would see some of them ever. I think they're really passionate about what they're doing, and I think that allows them to kind of inject their own tastes and style and perspective on how they can innovate sound or inject their own personality. I think a lot of bands get afraid to make something unique.
If you were a ghost, what inanimate object would your spirit inhabit?
Probably a synthesizer. Yeah, it would be a synthesizer for sure.
Very good. I feel like that matches you perfectly.
I do too, actually. And Lonely Ghost as a label, I think, it would just have to be out there haunting,
Who are you guys?
I'm Chance, hi.
I'm Taylor, hi.
What are you guys up to?
I don't know, I just kind of wandered in here. But I don't know what's going on here.
I just got an impulse piercing.
Nice. Oh, cool.
It was my belly button. That's it.
That's fun. So, it's the 7th That's a lot of How do you feel about that?
I'm ready for 10. 10's a nice number.
15's my favorite number, so I'd like to see it at least get to that.
Okay, cool. Do you think for Faux 10 or 15 we should do one where we have literally every band who's ever played a Faux play, whether they want to or not?
I think so, yeah. Whether they want to or not.
I think a Hunger Games situation would be kind of fun.
I endorse Faux Battle Royale.
Yeah, I think that's good.
On the stage, whichever band's left on stage wins.
What do you think would win?
That's tough.
If you were a ghost, what inanimate object would your soul inhabit?
A mechanical keyboard, specifically the letter C.
Nice. Okay. Why specifically C?
That way I remember my name was Chance.
My ghost would inhabit a Croc shoebox.
Oh, okay. Why the box and not the Crocs?
I don't know, because it has a lid.
Okay. Have a good day.
This was that was the vagina puff Drew. She was talking. She was.
That's what I looked like when I was a baby.
Whoa.
I looked just like that. I was just like a cute little vagina, and then I grew out of that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the doctors say I'm doing really good because they don't really fully understand how I'm alive. They say that it's medically impossible that I'm walking around right now. That I should be dead, but I'm clearly not. Everything I say is 100% true. Gotcha. Verifiable on Wikipedia. Oh, I'm like if Wikipedia was a person. That's how much knowledge I dish out.
So if I just hit take me to a random page right now, what do you want to talk about?
I just spent some time in Utah. That was an interesting adventure. I played a show at a parking lot behind a boba shop. Okay. And it was sick as fuck. But wow, Utah is fucked vibes. Like as soon as I crossed the border back into Idaho, I was like, oh, thank God I'm in Idaho. And then I was like, wait, who has ever said thank God I'm in Idaho? Oh yeah, people leaving Utah.
Yeah. Wow, the fuck vibes are that strong.
I was also like a 12-hour drive back to Portland, so that's probably part of it too.
Yeah. Talk to me about Portland versus here. What's the same? What's different?
It's entirely different. Yeah. I like the Midwest vibes here. You go to the gas station, people will like talk to you about the weather and stuff. And if you talk to anybody in Portland that you like don't know, they like look at you like you have two heads.
Oh, man.
I think it's because there's so much weed there. That's the big problem we have in Oregon is there's too much weed. I'm doing my part, but we need more soldiers out there.
If it's reasonable to do so, do your civic duty.
That's how it should be. Everything should be on a if you feel like it basis.
What a world that would be.
What a world. I think about that a lot.
Talk to me about Exciting Excellent. What's the deal?
It's a band, but I'm the only human member. I moved to Portland right before the pandemic happened, and so I'm like in a new city and I don't know anybody there to start a band with, and no one's playing shows anyway, so I was like, well, I could just make my own band, and the easiest way to do that would probably be to hack a Game Boy and program that.
Okay.
That's my backing tracks. I've tried to stick to this like really strictly imposed rule of like everything that's not guitar or my voice comes from the Game Boy. And that kind of forces me to get creative with my tracks. Here's the cool thing about being in a band with a Game Boy is Game Boy doesn't have a job, doesn't have a spouse, doesn't have an immune system, doesn't have kids, doesn't have any addictions, doesn't eat or drink, doesn't talk back to me. The Game Boy is never late for practice. But there are drawbacks too because the Game Boy can't drive the van. The Game Boy can't get me drink tickets. So like it's some give and take. I love seeing Chris Farron's live shows. I know that he has a drummer now, but like that was really inspiring when I saw him for the first time, just like command an audience like just by himself and his backing track, and I was like, I want to do something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's so impressive to just be like one bitch up there and like putting on like a full band kind of show. And you know, Jeff Rosenstock did the same thing, just running around with the iPod that he plugs into the PA. Like that shit it rips. That's actually punk as fuck.
Emo chiptune girl, Jasmine from Exciting Excellent. Very much a pleasure.
Lovely chatting.
Thank you. Yeah, hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Oh, I will.
Sweet.
Back in the alley, I'm Aloe, and we are Aloe in the alley. Here we are with...
Leave Nelson be.
Yeah, so Nelson, how's it going?
It's been a great festival so far. No neck and back pain. The charisma of some of these people is turning me into fans. Because it's not just about like who I know, it's about who I don't know as well. And some of these people's charisma is just through the roof, and that's like the magical part of, you know, the live performance itself and seeing people you don't know, which is why you go to festivals like this, you know?
If you were a ghost, what object would your spirit inhabit?
I would want to inhabit a gardenia bush. I love the smell of that flower, and it's one of the most calming things, and it's just a gift you can give to everybody else around you. You know, I love the smell. It's my mother's favorite flower. You know, stay safe. That's the number one thing.
Leaf Nelson B says, stay safe, kids.
Day 2?
Yeah. Day 2?
Yeah.
Day 2. Excuse me, day 2? Excuse me, day 2?
Day Tuna, USA. Orange Day Tullius. Day 2, Brute.
Oh, fuck. I just watched the Enzo set. Shit was fucking killer.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up? We're N12.
been having Long Island's. Oh, and I've been trading cards like a motherfucker.
Hell yeah. I just got Okay Cool up here on the main stage. Been meaning to see them again for a while. The whole day I was getting shit from the Howard staff because there was someone in the system as Nick from Equipment, and then the real Nick. I was the real Nick, but Mike from Summer Brews was Nick from Equipment. And the bartenders are like, why? I don't know. I didn't do it. It was Ellie, actually.
Looking back at that time when you first started going to shows versus now, like, what's changed, what's stayed the same, what's been good, what's been bad?
When I started going to shows, it was like all pop punk, and now it's like very much emo, punk kind of heavy stuff. Yeah. That's my answer.
I like the trend that's been happening that shows have been starting earlier and ending earlier because of that, and that's sick. I'm a hypocrite because we finished up at like 1 a.m. last night, but don't label me. I'm not a god.
Shout out to Connor and the entire Summit Track team for putting this whole thing together. And also a big thank you to Howard for hosting this UMT here. And also all of you for coming. Alright, only ass beaters just going on. Woo! Only ass
What's up with you?
Yeah, when are you doing your thing?
We did not create this narrative of us being mysterious, okay? That was Summit Shack. It was you guys.
It was
so we just wanted to like, we were like, no dudes, it's fucking genius. Someone's gonna steal our awesome name. Like we gotta And I was in a coding program when we started. I had no time. It was 40 hours on top of my other 40-hour job. No time to do anything, but I was like, someone's gonna steal this awesome name if we don't. So I was like, I'm just gonna make an announcement, no one's gonna see it. Blew the fuck up. And then Summit Shack's like, the mysterious milk dudes, and then everyone's like, who are they? And we're like, bruh. I was like, I got not shit written, please leave us alone. No, we're putting the mid back in Midwest emo for real. Don't expect shit from us. Don't expect good shit.
Did y'all
Don't record your first demo on a podcast, Mike.
No.
Really bad.
No,
really staticky and crunchy.
Y'all want to sign the? Oh shit! I forgot to get my marker.
You planned
Yes. Fuck.
You planned this.
I know. Oh right, yeah. I'm sorry. This is all part of my humiliation thing.
Yeah.
No, I'm just threatened by milk dudes.
Are you?
That's-
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you made it. We're your ops too.
Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry.
In like a a very
In a
friendly way.
friendly
We're friendly ops.
Okay.
In the spirit of friendly competition.
If we can one day, do a show,
One day.
a
it
real
will
full
happen.
circle moment.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sick.
come together.
016-666-666. Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's going on?
I'm here with
Red Sun. From Oklahoma City.
Hell
What's been going on?
Not much. Been touring, getting our shit robbed in Chicago, trying to find a van.
A lot of getting our shit robbed.
Yeah, we got robbed a little bit, but we bounced back really well, and our community's been really cool and like helping us out, even like before like we'd even asked for help, and they've really done a good job taking care of us.
I couldn't ask for like a better group of people to be involved with, so.
We wouldn't want to get robbed with any other group of people.
The fans have a lot of love for y'all. I saw that there was a crocheted Snoopy.
Yes.
Was that a total surprise, or what was the story there?
Yeah. So we have two really cool friends. They're fans, but they're friends. Their names are Stephanie and Steven. They told us that they had a surprise for us, and we showed up, and they gave us Snoopy. And if you don't know, Red Sun are big Snoopy fans.
So y'all been going to shows for a while. From when you started till now, like what's changed for you? What's different? What's gotten better? What's maybe gotten worse?
It's solidified that we're all doing this just for the love of doing it. And it's amazing that we get to play with all these bands we've been listening to since like before we started. It's like it feels surreal.
I've always wanted to, play music and like go on tours and stuff like that. And not only do I get to do that, but I get to do it with some of the best bands in the fucking game, and meet all these people.
I think my first like DIY shows were like 2019, 2020, and I felt like back then was still kind of a relic of like third, fourth wave emo, where it's like a lot of cool guyness, a lot of this kind of like almost like cynicism, and like a lot of this like kind of like highbrow like kind of thinking with emo. Now I go to shows and people don't care. We're having fun. We're making trading cards. We're still doing the same music we were doing before, but now we're excited about it, and I feel like as a result of that, it's become a lot more inclusive.
These bands that we've been touring with, they have a lot more knowledge on like, touring and just music in general, and they've been so willing to share all that. I think I speak for everyone else when I say that we've been like super fortunate.
It's my first tour, so it's been pretty fun. It's really grateful to be able to do it with like my best friends. Shout out Red Sun. Shout out Flyover States.
Yes. Hey, I love
shout
you
out
too.
Hey I Love You.
As well.
As well, all the bands we're touring with.
specifically on the side stage, on the Summit Stack YouTube channel, which if you're not subscribed to, you should go do. It's like endless content, and you have to pay for the Patreon, which you should probably also pay for. But my favorite video that I've ever seen on the Summit Stack side stage is either Carpool playing the Salty song, that's a pretty good one. Yeah! Or Massacre playing Discomfort In. I'd say those are probably my two favorites.
That you guys realize that like this really means so much to us. That's like instead of using PTO or time off to like go be with family or just like do things that we would do with our friends, like we're choosing to like go out in the country or get robbed in Chicago. We wouldn't trade it for the world, but like I hope you realize that like it's more than just hopping in a van and going somewhere. Like we're forgoing a lot of stuff, and like just having days off of work and stuff to like be able to do this.
I'd say our biggest burden is the quirked up swag of Red Sun is the biggest burden. Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this. Where was I going with this? I want to talk about Chicago dogs for a second, but I feel like there was another question that I had, but I can't remember now. Oh.
Y'all need to poster it. None of y'all have posted it. That reminds me, shout out Modelo's.
I'm just letting you know, I got a problem with you, dude. Since you like asking questions
but I thought I shouldn't ask any questions.
No. Let's entertain it. Ask some questions.
Serg, I'm so sorry. This is about to turn into a fucking Blur v. Nardwar interview type shit.
You think you know
7th grade?
what he's up to, asking questions, but you need to wake up and you need to start asking him the questions.
My real name's Alfredo.
And you should be making fun of it. Look out.
Like Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. Freddy Fazbear, Freddy Krueger, Freddie Mercury.
Can you give me a pretty good, oh, whoa!
Oh! No, I don't.
Ooh, no, that was good. We'll do it together.
All right.
Oh, whoa!
Sorry.
Sorry, I'll count you in. 2, 3, 4. Oh, whoa! Perfect. Now we'll do it one more time. We'll fix it in post.
We'll just repeat it.
We'll repeat it. Repeat it. Back during the war on drugs and shit, Ronald Reagan, in partnership with the FBI, targeted predominantly African American communities and lower income neighborhoods and flooded the fucking streets with crack cocaine as a way to
fuck Ronald Reagan.
Occupants of those neighborhoods like addicted to like hard drugs and stuff as a means of combating the civil rights movement. So fuck Ronald Reagan, fuck the FBI, fuck the feds.
Fuck Nancy Reagan too. She's just as bad.
But is she?
Bro, my guy was senile in those last few years, dog.
Hey, Nancy Reagan smashed her pass.
I heard she was kind of crazy. Like, if I'm just gonna be crass.
You can fix her, bro. You can fix her, I promise. Nancy Reagan smashed her pass. Smirnoff smashed.
Tequila? Yeah, maybe. I'm down.
You can have the mic back.
You know who else said it with Nancy Reagan? Get out!
I feel like I could do a couple other voices. Hold on.
Really good muscle man, dude.
Hey, I can do Plankton from SpongeBob pretty well.
At least I think that. Come on down to the chum bucket. We've got a lot of money laundering and extortion. The Bikini Bottom police are pretty known for their brutality and stuff, and I'm just a little plankton.
What if Plankton was like big and shit, and he was like,
Yeah, you know, I've been using Trend for the past month, and it's seen incredible results. Welcome to the Gains bucket. You here to get after it or what? Yeah, how many scoops of fucking...
actually, you know, mozzarella cheese actually has a fuck ton of not carbs, protein in it. Like one little slice of fresh mozzarella, that's 8 grams of dog. Dude, it's crazy. The macros on that shit are insane.
In combat.
Combat. Hell yeah.
Nice to meet y'all. How's it been going?
Pretty good. We drove about, or specifically,
It'll pick you up.
we drove 12 hours yesterday, specifically Holden drove 12 hours yesterday, so we could pick up Levi from the band Camp Trash. We did not go to bed. We left the house at 5 a.m., and then we went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I learned what rock music was.
That was cool.
It was really cool because I didn't know about rock music before, and we got asked to play the festival, and we were a little nervous because we didn't know about what rock music was. And then we drove here, and we saw some sick bands, and played some sick music, and saw a bunch of friends, and now we're here eating hot dogs.
The name was a total mistake. When I put out the first record, I was 16, and I made the music before I had the name, and I wasn't telling any of my friends that I was putting out an EP. I just wanted to be like, haha, I have a new thing. And so I came up with that. I think it's cool. It's just very hard to Google. You can't look up Combat Live. You can't look up Combat Gear.
To be completely fair, I think it is slightly better than Equipment, because if you look up Equipment band, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Or if you look up Equipment live, you're gonna get videos of people working at the Mud Factory. We have the domains dchardcore.org and baltimorehardcore.org. And everybody in DC and Baltimore who make hardcore music hate us.
No, they don't. No.
But that leads straight to our Bandcamp. So you can find us through, you can find us that way.
BaltimoreHardcore.org.
You look up Combat Weezer, stuff comes up. And one last thing, Faux is awesome. This is like fuck school, I hate school, fuck homework, but genuinely, Faux, this has like been one of the coolest experiences of my life so far. The fact that independent and DIY music can flourish with like, there can be a large community of like actual insane queer songwriters that are all able to flourish in Ohio and make something like beautiful out of this is incredible. So yeah. Thank you so much for and thank you, Connor Shank.
Connor. Thanks, y'all. Much appreciated.
What's up, Serg? I am Will from Full Blown Meltdown. Coach sick. I met 100 new friends. It's been great. I love it out here.
Tell me a little bit about your story.
I was in 5 bigger bands back in the day, like metalcore bands. 3 of them signed to like bigger labels. I played a lot of bad music back in the day. But then I stopped 10 years ago next month. Because my dad passed away. And I was like, I'm not going to play music ever again. Like, fuck this. Like, he was the one that showed me, you know, every good band I ever listened to. COVID hit, and I was like, why did I stop playing music? I'm going to pick up a guitar just, like, for fun. Then I fell back in love with it, and I was like, damn, I'm so happy I did not give this up. Because I'm old as shit now.
Right. Yeah. Well, no, I mean, don't let me say right to that. I'm saying right, glad you didn't give it up.
Just playing Faux and TGZ has been, like, the highlight of the past 10 years of my life.
Those bands that you were in back in the day, how's that kind of music landscape? How's that changed from then versus now? Like, what hasn't changed?
Everything has changed. Here, everybody looks out for each other. Here, everybody makes sure nobody is sleeping with underage women. Here, everybody makes sure that everyone's accountable. Back then, there was maybe 3 of us in the scene that actually cared about that kind of stuff, but this is completely different. Completely. I mean, my wife even said, I can't believe these kind of people exist in the music scene.
Why is that different? Is it just like people are just more aware now that some more time has passed?
I honestly think the internet has helped a lot of people grow up.
More accountability in general. Yeah. You seem like you have a very, very positive online presence. How did you cultivate that sort of vibe for yourself?
That was like the weirdest thing ever because, 2 years ago, I started the 365 Days of DIY just because I wanted to basically like meet a bunch of new friends, and I was like, hey, I want to find some new music. So like I do this thing every week where I listen to 7 new albums every week, 1 new album a day, and I had a list because I've been doing that for ever. I mean, 5 or 6 years.
Wow.
Yep.
So basically you're saying like you just started posting like one band a day every day, and then people just started catching on like, oh shit, this guy knows what he's talking about.
Oh yeah, and it was so funny because I had like a little following from back in the day with my old bands, and that kind of like snowballed into the following now for DIY, which was so weird that it rolled over into itself, but I was so happy it did. It's kind of nice actually, because like I'm able to like guide these young kids in like the right direction. Like right now, you know, a lot of these kids are like looking at like labels and being like, who should I sign to? And they come to me and they're like, hey, do you know anything about this label? And I'm like, hell yes, I know about that label, and you are not signing to them. Like if you do, you will regret this. And there have been a couple bands that have come and asked me and still signed and got the screw job and been like, man, I wish I hadn't done that. And I'm like, dog, I tried to warn you. Dude, I'm too old to care anymore. Like, if I burn my bridges, okay, I burn my bridges. Like, whatever. What are they going to do for me anyways? I'm an old dude. Like, nobody at a label is going to be like, oh, yo, check out this dude who's almost 40. Let's sign him. Like,
right, but then you're just like, well, I'm out here telling the fucking truth.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Don't fall back into old music and listening to the same shit over and over again. That's lame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What to you is like, man, that band's going to pop off? Like, do you see something? Is it, you know, not that easy?
I see kids that like have like that personality and they have the it factor. But then also a big thing that I tell everybody the same thing. What sucks about DIY is a lot of bands rush their recordings and don't put out like the top quality recording they possibly could. And when I hear a band that has that person that's the it person that's super nice and they wait and polish their recordings, things always blow up.
Cool.
They really do.
I'm sure people watching and listening appreciate the insight. Yeah.
What up?
So we just want to know, we're here at Faux 7, and we just want to know what's going on.
We're just Faux it up, just hanging big. It's a long day, but it's a good day. And checking out some dope bands. The Hardtack Band's playing at midnight, the witching hour. So just getting ready for that.
Holy crap, Lois. Small shirt. Who wears a small shirt? How does it roll? It's all It's like there's nothing wrong and they're still my closest friend. Romanticize and fondest memories and good times. Hope that I forget the lines.
What is getting in the zone for you?
Stretching, you know, maybe getting some ice cream, and I had Qdoba earlier, Qdoba, as some would say. Who's to say, really? Kicking it big, getting ready, mainly stretching though.
I think I'm gonna have to get another cup of coffee at some point, probably, but yeah. Nice. The sun is making me sleepy. Yeah.
Do we need to move? Is this too that first started going to shows versus now? Like, what's changed? What's stayed the same?
When I first started going to shows, I mean, so much is different. Can confidently say though, I think everything is by and large better now than back in the day. 10 plus years ago, having a DIY fest in Bowling Green, it's an undertaking no matter what. But like, I feel like it's a lot more feasible today, and I feel like more people are tapped in to this kind of thing. On the flip side, one thing, you know, I'm gonna have my old man moment and say, everyone having their fucking phones out. I gotta say it. I mean,
everyone's in there vaping. There's like a cloud of smoke.
Yeah, no, like phones. I get it. You know, I do it sometimes, but like when there's like a part and it's like everyone has their fucking phone out. It's like just fucking be here, be in this moment, not a phone in sight.
Dude, people are gonna start showing up to your gigs with like the Apple Vision Pros.
Yeah,
like,
right?
no, I don't have my phone out, man.
That'd be cooler. I don't know. I'm like, it's like when everyone's just holding it up, I'm like, everyone's taking a video. It's like there's gonna be a video online later.
I feel like I very rarely reflect on the videos that I've taken at a show, and I'm never like showing them to other people.
Here, what I did recently at a show was I just opened my voice memo, hit record, and just put my phone in my pocket. I was able to enjoy it, watch it, and if I really want to revisit it, I can re-listen to it, and I have it. I have the whole fucking show on in my voice memos. But
on a more positive note, I would say that I feel like people look out for each other a lot more than when I first started going to shows. They're a lot less scary to go to alone and just safer in general, which is nice and more inclusive for sure.
One of my core early memories of going to shows in Cleveland, like legit, was getting fucking recruited by like a neo-Nazi guy. We were talking at first, and then he started getting into, you know, like getting into the weeds of like, and I was like, oh wait, this guy's like racist, and he's like, because I'm white as well, he assumes that we're on the same page. I'm literally 14 years old. Like what's going on here?
I think there is some merit to just being like kind of obnoxious on the internet too to get noticed. Like if you're dedicated and you're posting all the time about what you're doing, I think that goes a long way. And it might feel wrong when you're doing it, but I think it is worth it.
Yo, real quick, when I say Baba, you say booty. Baba! 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 Okay.
Back in the 1920s when Chrysler Motor Corporation was founded, that was the downfall of Chrysler. They were fucked from the start. There was no hope. And I think the worst part is that they acquired all these other brands like Dodge and Jeep and AMC, and like it's just been downhill. The last good motor that Chrysler ever put in a vehicle wasn't even their own motor. It was an AMC motor that they had just inherited. So Lockheed Martin designed this anti-tank missile, and it's also an anti-air missile where you lock on target, it tracks the heat signature, the missile goes up, keeps track of the heat signature. There's computers on board that track it, and it's a top-down entry system, so it completely ignores any armor on any armored vehicle. So it works super fucking well. Russia designed really a genius move in engineering, which are cages that go around the top of the tank in an attempt to protect it from these Javelin missiles. Fun fact, it does not work at all. So what's really crazy is if you want to buy just a short block, just like the bare essentials of a motor, of a 5.0 Coyote motor from Ford, I think it's going to run you around 12, 14 grand. To build on all the accessories, get all your pipes done, run twin turbos, you're probably looking at like around 20 grand once it's all said and done. That was how I ended up in Ecuador. That was also the same trip I lost my kidney.
In a Coke cage.
In the Coke cage, yeah. Well, so that was on the way back, and I went out drinking because I met these guys, and we were racing motorcycles, like little cafe racers down there, and it was a ton of fun. There was a lot of drinking. Their laws are a little bit more looser. That's how I made the other $1,500.
Here to this day.
Uh-huh. Yep. I've even got the scar on my ass to prove it.
I've met a lot of really cool people at this. That's like one of my favorite parts of going to shows and like going to festivals. Just like meeting people and like making friends.
Yeah.
Super cool. Well, the cards that Fochella has, you get like trading cards each day. I think that's a really cool way to like get people to like talk to each other. Like you just walk up to a random person and say, hey, you got any trading cards? And you just like talk to them for a little. It's been really fun. The more I've gone to shows, I've gotten more used to just like saying hi to people I feel like I want to talk to. First like DIY show I ever went to. The thing that I like took away from that show is that like people in bands are like they're like just people. You can like go up and talk to them and be like, hey man, that set was sick, and they'll be like, oh thanks. You can like actually have conversations.
Hi, I'm Apollo _Eternal on Twitter. Love free forever.
Nice.
Yeah.
What you been up to recently?
I was so sore after yesterday moshing so hard, but that's not gonna stop me. Having a good time, meeting some of my buddies from Twitter, from the Discord, stuff like that. This is the shit I live for.
Hell yeah.
Can I say that? I think family values. I think this is family. One time, if any of my previous employers are listening to this, I'm sorry. One time I lied and said I had a family event going on to go to a Summer Brew show. Hi, manager of the store I used to work at. I'm really sorry. This is family. Hold the door, shake a hand, be nice, love free.
So Soylent doesn't need to be refrigerated. I have been drinking Soylent a lot. Do you know what Soylent?
Yeah.
Yeah, Soylent. Yeah, Mike put me onto Soylent. It's really nice for when you don't know if you're gonna eat. Like not because you don't have money or anything. Like or if you just don't have time to eat.
Right.
Eating takes time, you know?
Yeah, it does.
You can leave it in the hot ass van, like, and they stay nice.
Yeah.
Soylent, Jeff Brown Maple, is our beef over? Can our beef be over, please?
You know, one of you always tells lies, one of you always tells the truth.
Yeah. So what would I have said? I would say
some dumb shit.
Yeah!
Roll Tide!
But that's how I would know.
But I think Jeff is the problem here.
Right.
I'm leaving the fucking thing, dude. I'm sick of this shit, dude. I don't know what's going on. I just gotta get out of here. There's too many bands playing. I'm just gonna leave Howard's, I think. That's all it is. You know what it's at. That's what I'm talking about. We're gonna just take a little adventure around the sidewalk and see what's up. It's been I've been here too long. I've been drinking beverages. It's true. Hey, what's going on, dude? Just say hi. Hell yeah. How's it going, bro? There it goes. And then we keep going. And look at all these people. There's so many people outside Howard's right now. It's crazy. It's crazy biz. Ain't that weird? Check that out. That's a friend. That's another friend. There's so many friends. It's amazing. We're just going. We're gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep going some more. We're just gonna keep going. Oh, we're gonna run right into people. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy biz. What's up? Tyler played a set. It's fucking crazy, dude. Everything's crazy, dude. We're just doing it. And there's Joe. Joe did a set. It's fucking crazy, dude. Everyone's did it. It's crazy. And we're back into Howard's. How crazy is that? We walked all around the way. And I don't know what the exposure looks like. I can't hear shit. But this is how you gotta get around. This is how you get around Howard's. This is how you gotta get. You can't just go from that side and get back into Howard's the regular way. You gotta go outside to go inside. You gotta go outside to go inside.
32-bit floating?
Oh, I poked myself.
32-bit float, dude.
I just got married.
You wanna talk about that?
Shout out Sweet Kate.
You feel like talking about that? What's it like being married as a touring musician and artist?
Good, better than being married as a touring musician or being a boyfriend as a touring musician. Like, I mean, not that different. No, I mean better. It's definitely not worse. But it's, you know, everything feels more solid but not different. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm sure it does. That's not a very complicated thing to say.
Here's the logistical problem. There's already signatures on the sleeves. So I can't really just tear this off as much as I would love to. So the idea is to make some kind of flare here in this black part. Either like I just don't know where because of the seams.
You do seam.
Whoa, hold on. What if? So I'm trying to open the shoulders up and then just crop the bottom off. I just maintaining these.
I've got a question though.
Yeah.
What if instead of lengthwise, what if you went against, so that you had like the stripes going across?
Nice. You got the serrated edges. I hate this material though. Yeah, like if it's they fucking snubbed us, man. What?
Just shout out Connor and you and Scorcher was really good yesterday.
Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna keep getting auto-corrected till the end of time.
I said Scorcher did that.
Yeah.
Shit.
I thought you were doing a bit.
No.
That's awesome. I love that.
I did wonder, the name Scoocher.
Yeah.
The only vision I have that comes into my head is a dog scooching its butt across the floor.
You're goddamn right.
Intestinal problems.
You're goddamn right.
Okay.
Fortunately and unfortunately, that has been the vibe associated with the band name, and I think that wasn't our first thought when we thought of it because we were talking about scooching on a chair. Okay. But the more we hear, the more we're like, yeah, that was meant to be. So I'm glad that came to your mind, because our band art is literally a bad dog drawing scooching on a carpet. Okay. So.
Word. You know who else did Nancy Reagan? My mom!
Shout out fucking Summit Shack for putting this shit on also. Shout out all the sponsors that are here tonight. Lonely Ghost is one, Thumbs Up Records is another.
Fair. I think this has been washed once. So, yeah, I know. Hey.